Hey guys, it's Jessica, and today I've got my November best and worst. I have a lot that I'm loving. I would say about half of it's drugstore, half of it's not, and then I have two products that I just was kind of like meh about that I felt like bringing up because they're both a little bit pricier and I don't want you guys to like run out and waste your money. So it is espresso o'clock. I was filming earlier today in a different outfit and then I changed for visual interest for you guys. So like my eye makeup and face makeup's the same. I changed my lip color. Actually, one of my favorites is this lip color I'll talk about in a second. So it is espresso o'clock. Did I already make that joke? So before we get into it, I hope that you will subscribe to my channel. If you like this kind of video, give it a thumbs up and let's go ahead and get into it. One favorite is kind of skincare-y, makeup-y. This is from First Aid Beauty. So it is their Hello Fab Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. This is one of those random products that I feel like not a lot of people talk about, but it's so nice. And it had been kind of sitting in my drawer for a while and I recently pulled it back out last month and I started using it again and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot how good this is. So it's literally kind of like a beige kind of a tone of, I consider it more of a moisturizer than a primer, but I mean, it's like all I use. When I use it, I don't put another primer on it. I just use this. So it's kind of slightly illuminating, a little bit dewy. It doesn't really have a crazy smell. It does have, does it have a smell? I don't think it has a super discernible smell, but it's just really comfortable on the skin, especially as we enter winter season. I feel like my skin is definitely starting to turn and I've already when I started using this, because early November it was already starting for me. And when I started using this again, I felt like my makeup looked really a lot better here. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that is always the region where I can see the texture and stuff, and this has helped me a lot there. So I put it all over my face when I use it and I just really, really like it. A little bit, you don't need a ton, and I feel like this is gonna last me quite a while. It only lasts 12 months, so I probably should really buckle down on using this so it doesn't go bad. So anyway, I really, really like this. I don't know about oily skin. I feel like it might be a little too dewy, but again, some people with oily skin still like a little bit of glow, so it's totally up to you. You could also use this in conjunction, if you wanted pore filling or oil control in certain regions, and then this on the outer parts, you could do that too. So let's talk about what's on my lips. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Paints Lip in 314 Spicy Blush. I love this and I love the one in Nude Star, and I recently, I think it was in my purse for the longest time, and I finally took it out and put it in my collection, and I've been using it just when getting ready in here too, because it's so comfortable. It's not super glossy, but it definitely is more of a gloss than it is a lip stain or a lipstick. It's kind of right in between. They're really, really comfortable. Even the doe foot, it's a squeezy tube, but it's actually a doe foot applicator. You could squeeze product out if you really wanted to, maybe. It's got a little dip in it, a little sofa chair, and it's just comfortable to put on the lips, and I really like this shade, and I think Nude Star might be slightly lighter than this. Where is my Nude Star? I think it might be in my bathroom. I need to clean out my drawers in my bathroom. Those get messed up and disorganized every few months, so I need to reorganize that. But I think this is a comfortable lip product, one of my favorites from the drugstore. It has been for probably over a year now, and I don't know, I just love it, and I love this shade too. Another drugstore product I loved, if you saw my Covergirl best and worst video from a while ago, I will link it above and below. I tried out tons of Covergirl products, a bunch that I've already tried out, but I put a bunch on as well and told you my favorites and my least favorites. These were some of my favorites. They were in my top 5. I think Covergirl makes pretty darn good palettes, but my favorite two that they have is their TruNaked Sunset, which is more of that kind of pinky orangey tone, but it's got these gorgeous shimmers over here. And what I was saying in that video about their powders in general, whether it's their eyeshadows or even their blushes and bronzers, their newer stuff, I feel they get these little clumps of powder, and the powders are really thin, but they clump up. It's very odd. So you do have to kind of be careful when you're applying it, but I thought these two shimmers were so pretty. I think these blend pretty well. The other one I like is their Chocoholic palette. This one actually smells like chocolate or kind of that sweet smell, but this had some great mattes in it. It's got this great kind of medium brown there, this deep brown. I used those in the look I did in that video, but I just was pretty impressed with these palettes. I know that you can get them for $9.99 at Target, They're more expensive like at Ulta, so something to keep in mind if you're looking at getting some. But they have a lot of different ones, but these were my two favorites that I thought quality-wise they were pretty good, and then color story-wise they were ones I actually used. When you down that last sip of espresso, ooh, it gets cold so fast. Okay, we have to talk about these lip products. These are from Lancome, and so they're a little pricier, but they're their L'Absolu Lacquer. This stuff is crazy. I brought, I think it was this red shade maybe. Might have been a different one. I have a lot of these. They sent me like all of them a long time ago, and I only kept a handful, and I'm glad I kept a handful because I ended up trying and being like, oh my gosh, they're so good. They're so good. So I think this is what I brought to Disney. So when you saw me wearing red lips, it was the shade 515. So these are the weirdest, these are the weirdest thing because they're kind of like a stain, a lacquer. They're kind of shiny, but they go on really, really thin. So I always put on at least 2 layers of it, sometimes 3, depending. Like for this color, I put on 3 because I really wanted it to be completely opaque. But these stay on your lips forever. These don't dry down, so they're not drying on your lips, but they do stay in place really well. They're still kind of like glossy, and so like a little bit of transfer would occur like if you kiss your hand or kiss someone else, but they otherwise, if you're not touching your lips, they just don't budge, and they're so comfortable to wear. And the thing that like sold me on these, because I wasn't sure, I had been trying 1 or 2 of them out. Ooh, this one stains, look at that. I'd been trying a couple of them out, and I was like, they're kind of cool, but they're kind of weird. The thing that sold me on it is it's the only lip product I have that I can wear a really punchy color and it will wear off perfectly. So I never worry about, like, the reason I was wearing that red lipstick in Disney, like in a lot of our vlogs on Tyler's channel, was because I wasn't worried about it. Like if it would wear off after 3 or 4 hours and like I'd be drinking coffee maybe and things like that, it never really looked crazy because I could just rub my lips together and it would kind of like disperse it perfectly. It never got that weird line in the middle because it doesn't dry down. It's amazing. So you could pile more on top of it and it looks gorgeous again, or you just kind of rub your lips together, kind of rub it in, and it's crazy. These are worth the money in my opinion. This is one of those things that like I have a few shades I really like. I like the shade 366, which is more of a pinky purple, and then this one is beautiful for spring in the shade 315. I have other more neutral shades like in my purse. I have these everywhere. I really think they're so cool, so unique. I love them. I really, really genuinely love them. Hopping back to Drugstore, if you haven't bought these, I haven't mentioned them in a while, but I was like, I'm mentioning these again. They're these Milani Keep It Sweet and Keep It Smooth lip treatments. So the Keep It Sweet lip treatment, first of all, cute packaging, Milani, is a sugar scrub. Now, this smells like wonderful sweet vanilla sugar. It's so wonderful. It's a great lip scrub. You can make lip scrubs at home, but frankly, these are not very expensive and it's already ready to go, and it just feels so good on the lips. My lips are like a baby's bottom after I use this. Then you put on this, which is their Luxe lip treatment. It's basically a lip balm. Same smell. This is like the most, it's a really thin balm. Oh my gosh, it's so wonderfully soft. These are the best. Like again, I have so many lip balms that I love, but I could totally get rid of all of them and only have these and be perfectly content. Now I could probably say that about 5 different lip balms because there's so many that I'm like, oh my gosh, they're amazing. But these really are amazing too. They're my favorite from the drugstore that I can think of right now. I really think they are. They're so good and they smell amazing and the packaging is cute and they're affordable. It's like, can't even handle it. So another favorite is a skincare one. This is from Farmacy and it's their Honey Drop Lightweight Moisturizer. I was a little leery of this at first. Farmacy, I've tried a few of their products and I've loved the ones I've tried. And I thought the packaging was cute. It's got like this wooden lid. It's got this really cool spatula that's magnetic. Stop. I know, that was my reaction. I was like, because the thing is, you know when you dip your finger in it, it's not super sanitary, but also, you know, it gets in your nails, and so it's kind of nice to just like scoop it out and I'll just like kind of paint it on my face and then be able to rub it in without getting my fingers all in this. But it definitely has this kind of slightly honey scent to it. It's not a sweet smell. It's a very kind of earthy honey smell. But I'm like, lightweight, I like, but again, I've got dry skin, so I was like, it might not be enough. Like, I feel like I've tried a lot of lightweight moisturizers and I'm just really picky with it. This is the most beautiful moisturizer on the skin. It is very, very thin and very lightweight. So like when you start rubbing it in, it's almost like a gel instead of like a cream, if that makes sense. It's like a gel cream. It's really nice. So their description is a long-lasting lightweight moisturizer combining echinacea, green envy, honey, triple hyaluronic acid, complex and kapuasu butter beads. I still don't know how to say that. So it says you can apply it in the morning and the evening. You can use a spatula, of course. I really like this. Again, Farmacy just keeps hitting it out of the park for me, and this is no exception. I really, really like it. So if you're curious about other Farmacy products of theirs I like their like dew spray. Why can't I think of what it's called? And then their Green Clean Makeup Melting like cleansing balm is pretty good too. I only have like a small size I was trying, but I liked that as well. So I really like this. I think this would be fine for all skin types, because dry skin would be the one I would almost say not to, but I have dry skin and I really like it. So I think it would be good for all skin types, especially if you have oily skin, because it is very lightweight. But I love it. I've used it every morning for weeks now. Another favorite, if you saw my trying Kaja, wow, this was one of my favorites. And this one took me by surprise. So if you want to see me applying it, I'll link that video, because there were a few that I really, really liked from this brand. It's kind of like a Eastern beauty brand kind of take on things. And it has this little like hard sponge here that's in the shape of a heart, which is just cute. And then you open the bottom and it reveals a cushion. And what you do is you just apply it. And at first I thought this is gimmicky. It just gets a little bit of this like cream blush on there. But then you would just put it on your cheek like that. And you just kind of pat it in. And it ends up looking like the most beautiful natural blush ever, and it stays in place, which really surprised me, because that was my first thought. I thought it's not going to stay in place, like it's just going to be, but no, it stays in place. It dries down and is so easy to blend. I think a lot of people I think a lot of people are intimidated by cream products. I know I was for the longest time, because you feel like, oh, I only have so much time before, like especially cream blushes. Oh, I need to blend it in right away. Yeah, you want to blend it in right away, but this is so foolproof. It never looks streaky. You could just do this and it looks so beautiful. If you want to see it applied, definitely check out that video, because I really thought I wouldn't like this, and I have loved it, and it became a favorite of mine. I've used it a ton. If I'm running to the store real fast and I just want to look a little more put together than I just roll out of bed, this is one of those things that I can throw on some mascara, maybe put on a BB cream, and I can just go boop, boop, and then just with my fingers do that, and it just looks like this nice little rosy glow, and I just love that. And bonus, because it's a cream product, it doesn't emphasize like texture and dryness. I feel like I'm flying through this video. Oh, okay, so I still have two unfavorites, but I have two more favorites that are kind of different. Okay, this one is from Treehut. I was on the hunt for a new, let me break it down. I was on the hunt for a new shaving cream, like for my legs, and I've tried all of it that's there. I'm looking, I'm like, I've tried the Skin Timid, I've tried the EOS, I've tried the one that I really liked from Gillette, I think, like it was like Olay. And that's my favorite that I'd tried. But I thought I just want to try something different. I've literally gone through like 8 of those, and I'm like, it's time for me to try something different. So I saw this and I was like, what? So I picked it up, and it's the Treehut Bare Moisturizing Shave Oil. And it says it soothes skin and helps protect against cuts. And I'm like, yes, go on. So it says achieve the closest shave possible, specially formulated to improve the contact between your skin and razor for a safe shave without nicks. It's got shea butter, botanical oils, blah, blah, blah. This is amazing, you guys. And it's not even that expensive. I think it was like under 10 bucks or maybe around there. You don't need very much. Okay, I say that and I'm already down to there. Crap. I thought I was like not using that much. JK. My legs are smoother than ever. I feel like if you're prone to like razor bumps and things like that anywhere, I feel like this helps with it. I don't think it's 100% foolproof, but this is so much better than the creams I'd been using. So much better, like the creams and lotions. I didn't even know this was a thing. Like, I really didn't. And so I'm like, my mind, I'm like, I didn't even know shave oils were a thing. Like, how did I not know this? But this one's amazing. And again, semi-affordable. So highly recommend. I found it just at a regular drugstore. So I have a feeling you'll be able to find it too. And if I can find it online, I would bet Ulta might sell this, but I'll find a link for it online as well. That's kind of one of those like random products that's just like a game changer. You're like, why isn't everyone talking about shave oil? It really is better. And it doesn't really leave behind a crazy like film or anything, but I do feel like I'm like slightly moisturized when I get out of the shower. You know what I mean? Another one, now this one, I bought these at the same time actually. I think I posted on my Instagram a picture of both of these. But this is from SheaMoisture, another brand I really, really like. And it's actually for kids. It was in the kids section. Some of you guys recommended this on Twitter. I'd asked like, okay, what are your recommendations for detangling sprays? Because my hair has been so tangly lately. So this is their Kids Extra Moisturizing Detangler, and it's got slippery elm and marshmallow extract. And what sold me on this is one of you guys said, get that one. It smells like marshmallows. I'm like, it does. It smells like marshmallows, almost like coconut as well. Oh yeah, coconut and hibiscus. Oh my gosh, it's got like none of the yucky stuff, no mineral oil, no paraffin, no phthalates, no parabens, no sulfates, blah, 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 no animal testing, no synthetic color. This stuff really does a great job of helping detangle my hair. Now, I have been pairing this with my wet brush, which again, I hadn't really used the original before, and I bought it the other day. And again, I posted on Instagram like, that brush is magical. I could have put it in this video, but I was just talking about it. That brush is magical, but when you pair these together, I'm just like, and before it was like, you know, like you're fighting and you're getting your hands involved in getting the tangles out. It's awful. So I love this. I love that it doesn't have yucky gunk in it. And of course it's kid friendly too. So when Gigi finally grows up and actually has like real hair, it's one that I know like, okay, I know I like it. I can use it on her as well. So I think that's pretty amazing. Nothing wrong with using kid stuff. My unfavorites, and then I'm gonna get to like just some lifestyle things like my favorite song and stuff like that. And I have a phone case I bought on Amazon I want to talk to you guys about. Okay, two things about this. This is from Dose of Colors. It's their baked browns. Why did I buy this, you guys? I had tried the Marvelous Mauves one and I hated it. I couldn't get it to blend. All of the colors like looked the same and it didn't blend well. It was awful. And I'm like, maybe it was a fluke. So when I bought the Dose of Colors Disney collection that I did for a video, I was like, well, since I'm ordering on Dose of Colors website anyway, I might as well pick up a few more things. So I bought some of their glosses and I bought this. First of all, the packaging won't shut. Like, you guys hear that? Ugh. Is there anything more freaking frustrating than that? No. I liked the shade range. I thought, oh my gosh, this is perfect. Like it's got kind of a light color I would use. It's got these two mediums, kind of like a reddish tone and then a deep brown. Like I would use all of those colors totally. Same thing, you guys. I feel like it's okay, but for the price you're paying for this, you can get a full palette. Like, and I just don't think these blend well. And it was just like, especially in the outer corner, like the darker colors, I can't get them to like blend correctly together. And I feel like I've tried plenty of drugstore ones that blend way better than this. So I don't know what the deal is. Now, I know that a lot of people are loving the Dose of Colors Friend-cation palette. That one did catch my eye, but I'm like, I don't know. I've been burned twice now from Dose of Colors. Now, keep in mind, I do love the Dose of Colors gloss. It's my favorite gloss of all time. But, yeah, I wasn't a big fan. What about you guys? These palettes, I know they have a couple of them. There's like a berries one, blushing berries. What's been your experience with these? Am I just like crazy? I don't know. Seems odd. Another one, and actually I'd seen, I think it was Andrea Mattiliano. I'll link her channel. I adore her. And she has pugs, and I like grew up with pugs. So I'm like, they're so cute. Anyway, she mentioned this one as well as one she wasn't a fan of, this and the scrub, but it's the Too Faced Peach Lip Balm. They sent these to me with other stuff when I did the Tutti Frutti thing. It smells amazing. I love the smell of peaches, and this like truly smells like peaches. I love it. This balm doesn't do anything. Like I like put tons and tons on, and I feel like I can't get enough on my lips ever. Have you ever tried a lip balm like that where you just like keep putting it on? You're like, why can't I get enough? Like I want a thick layer, and I cannot get a thick layer with this. So if you like really thin lip balm, go for it. But I don't know. I didn't feel like, even the times I've used it where I just put the thin layer like while I'm getting ready, I just felt like it wasn't moisturizing my lips, and I don't know. I didn't notice a big difference in my chapped lips with this. So I was like, it's a bummer because I think the packaging is actually really, really cute, but I just didn't think it was very good. Now, okay, some lifestyle favorites. First of all, I mentioned this before in my try on sweater haul. I will link that below. I'm really into like winter clothes right now, duh. And I went to Dry Goods and I bought a bunch of like sweaters. So like every single sweater you've seen me wear recently in videos that you were asking, like the one that was off the shoulder, that was from Dry Goods. I cannot find the link to it though, so I'll try. But this little vest is too, and I think it's so cute because it's got like this faux fur like hood. Oh my gosh, I really like this. So I am like a big fan of the store I'd never even heard of. But the cashier there was telling me that it's owned by like Bon Mars, so it's kind of that kind of thing. So I really liked it. I didn't know it existed. Now it's like my favorite store. I'm like, oh no. So that is one of my favorites, just that store in general. If you have one like in a mall near you, definitely check it out. I think their prices are expensive, not like $100 for a shirt, but they're still like $40, $50. But if you go to the sale rack and you like really look, you can find some decent deals on things. And I just really like everything in that store was something I would wear. And that was wild to me. I feel like nowadays I go into stores like Forever 21 and I'm like I'm hard pressed to find things that I would wear. Now sweaters, usually there I can find, but it's just, I don't know, it's not exactly my style. And of course I'm getting a little bit older too, but Dry Goods, I was like, oh my, like I felt like I curated the collection at that store. Another thing, this case, this is the second one of these cases. Now I have the iPhone X, but I'm pretty sure they sell it for any of the recent iPhones or any iPhones. So I'll find Amazon links for the different models, but I had this in light blue. Do I have it out? No. I had it like in that like periwinkle light blue that you've seen in a ton of videos, like in my Q&A. And then I bought it again, but in this kind of more salmon color, which I thought was pretty. It's actually a little brighter in person than it looks on camera. I love these. They don't get dirty. I mean, I'm sure there's germs on it, but they don't ever look dirty and they're kind of that soft feel. I have dropped my phone. I'm probably gonna jinx myself, knock on wood. I have dropped my phone so many times with the blue case on, because this one's new, like literally screen down. No problem. The bumper is just enough around it that it doesn't matter, but it's so thin. It doesn't add any bulk to your phone. And if you have like, I have the iPhone X, I can charge it just by laying it on a charging mat. The case doesn't affect that. And there's enough room on the bottom. You know how like if you have an iHome or like, you know, some cases they come so close to the charging port and they're so thick that you can't get a charging cord or like the port, you can't get it on there properly. This, it's completely open there, which I really appreciate. So these cases, they're like, I want to say $13. They're not crazy expensive and they're amazing. You do start to notice after, like I literally had that blue one for probably 5 or 6 months. And I finally recently started seeing like wear and tear on the corners, not of my phone, of the case. And that's why I bought a new one. But I'm like, that's not bad. For a case like this that's not crazy expensive to last 5 or 6 months, it doesn't really show dirt at all. And it's cute, it's thin, it's protective. I love it. So highly recommend. I will link it below. Okay. My favorite song is actually a cover of a song. And if we've talked about in our vlogs, the show Schitt's Creek. It's like the town's name is Schitt's Creek. Anyway, and that's what the show is called. And it has like Eugene Levy and his son Dan Levy. And then, oh, what's her name? She's in all the mockumentaries too. She was the mom in Home Alone. I'll put it on the screen. I freaking love her. Anyway, the show totally took me by surprise and is wonderfully funny, heartfelt at times. Like you get like 3 or 4 episodes in and you'll love it. We watch it on, I think it's on Hulu and Netflix. Yeah, I think it is. Anyway, I love it. You will be surprised. I don't know why more people aren't talking about it. It's one of my favorite shows. Well, at one point, one of the characters is singing to another one and it's very heartfelt and sweet, like they're in a relationship. And it's a cover of the song Simply the Best. I like literally can't even sing the original song because all I can think of is this song because I've listened. So it's a cover. The guy's name is Noah Reed and he's a character in the show, but he's also just a musician. Like he has albums on Apple Music, which I didn't know until I heard him singing in this episode. I'm like, dang, he's really good. He must be a singer. And then of course he is. So now I've been listening to a ton of his stuff and it's all really good and kind of acoustic singer-songwriter feel, which is typically my cup of tea. I figure a lot of you guys probably like that too. So it's, if you go on Apple Music, and I think it's on Spotify too, it's called Simply the Best, and it's Noah Reed, and also anything by Noah Reed is really nice. But it's like actually him in the show singing it, and it's so just...
I want to dedicate this next song to...
hold on.
Wild and wild, you come to me and give me everything I need.
Okay, I'm not gonna play anymore. go listen to it. It's so sweet and heartfelt. I love it. So that's probably my favorite song of the month. I've listened to that one a lot. Also, new obsession. Okay, please. Always been an obsession. Amazon. Guys, I am preparing for a killer video of my top recommendations from Amazon. I have been buying so many like different things, like my water bottle that you literally see me drink out of constantly is from Amazon. I can link it. But I'm planning a video, so I've been buying like some jewelry from Amazon, pajamas, undergarments, pants, leggings, sweaters, hoodies, like everything. So I'm so excited because I am already returning some things that I got that I was like, no, these are terrible. So I can tell you guys, don't buy these, you know? So if you would be interested in that video, I'm gonna do it anyway. But you can let me know by giving this video a thumbs up if you want. But I know I love watching Amazon recommendation videos. I even bought some like travel things, some packing cubes, and I was like, these are perfect and they're so cute. They're like beige. Oh, please stop. I gotta stop because I'll spoil the whole video. But that's probably gonna be in a few weeks because I'm still waiting on some things to come in, and I really wanna like curate it, because if I end up saying 40 things from Amazon that are great, that's too much. I want to kind of curate it down to like 10 or 15. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, I hope that you'll subscribe, and definitely check me out on social media. It's GMBeauty89 everywhere, and other than that, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.